So when I go to schedule it, I feel like I need to have a thumbnail for it, so it's not just like a picture of my ceiling or something like that. But I never seem to have it ready on time. This is a character flaw that we should address at some point. But anywho, hello team. Such a pleasure to have you here for another fine, fabulous, live planning session avec moi. If you can hear me, please do let me know in the chat so I'm not just like awkwardly talking to myself or something. But yeah, today we're just gonna do some general planning in my journal. This one, and also probably in my yearly collections planner, because it is feeling a tad neglected and we've got some things to write down. So, in terms of this, I think rather than starting on here, we're going to flip back to the monthly pages and look at working on these. Yes. Aw, thank you, Marguerite. Hi, Steph. Hello, everybody else. Thank you for being here. Such a pleasure to see you as per usual. So the thing with monthly logs is, and like, there was a period of time that I wasn't using monthly logs because I would just never go back and check in with them. It was like really problematic. But obviously, I'm back to using them again. Still don't check in with them so much, which is yeah, it's an observation. But things we're done. Okay, so blog posts due. I have done one of them. I need to finish the other one. So that is a job for this evening. Meeting with KH has been moved forward to Thursday because I'm at the swimming sports tomorrow. There we go. Put our meeting in with KH. We can also add that we went to the movies on Saturday. Hi, Monica. Movies, we went and saw, what, Death on the Nile? The Nile. There we go. And because it's already done, we can check it off. I totally forgot that I had a hair appointment this weekend, which is something to be excited about. Tomorrow is Tuesday. The Archer and Olive sale for me is on Wednesday. It's actually, like, in terms of a release time in, you know, America, where it is, it's happening on Tuesday. So it's happening at 2:22 p.m. on Tuesday, which is Tuesday the 22nd of February 2022. Eastern Standard Time? Central Standard Time. There we go. Well, thank you for being here, even if only for a little bit. 5 a.m. Okay, we've got like two extremes. We've got too late to stay, and then too early to be functioning. At least for me, I'm not functioning at 5 a.m. Doing okay in the heat, I am not. We have the cooler on at the moment, so I'm very happy to be home because at work, it was not the business. The New Zealanders are getting a release that they will actually be awake for. So that is exciting for us. In terms of when it's happening for us, okay, if 4 a.m. is 9 a.m., 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2. So it's happening at 9:22 New Zealand time in the morning. 9:22 a.m. Yeah. Spring release for me. I'm excited about that. There are some things that I want to get. I'd be curious if you have seen the what's on the spring release. Then let us know in the comments or chat what you're planning on getting, because I'm always curious to see what people are going to be getting. Of course, as always, if you're purchasing from Archer and Olive, you can use my code JashiiCorrin10 for 10% off eligible purchases. You know, only if you want to. Discount's cool. Yeah, I'm very excited. I want to get the journal that has the fairy. I want to get the journal that has the bee. And I think I also wanted to get the pink one because I thought it was cute, which is the butterflies, pink butterflies. I also want to get at least 2 pencil pouches because I have super been loving this pencil pouch and like the way that it kind of attaches to the front of the journal cover with the little strap here. I just think that that's just a nifty design. So I think I'm going to have to get a couple of those. Not sure on the designs yet, but I do like the look of the mermaid one, so mayhaps that one, and then possibly the mushrooms. The mushrooms are kind of cute. Which shop is having the drop? This is the Archer and Olive website. Archer and Olive is having a sale, or is having a release. They're already having a sale. Drink break. Today we're not having Coke Zero, we're having orange juice from More Wilson's. Delicious. Not eat dinner and then later that night you just crave food. Yeah. You know, I can relate to that. Oh, and I totally need to get the calligraphs and the acrylograph pens because I'm a completionist and I like the idea of having the full set of those ones. So, there shall be many purchases. Oh, well, hey, like, I have the journals that I can show you now because it's time, right? Let's see. Like, I can properly show them to you, not, like, sneaky peek them to you. So, I got sent two. I got sent the, B6 and the A6 size. So, like, the little pocket kind of size one. This is the same size as the three that were in the September sub box. So, I got sent this little guy. This is the mermaid one. It's the faux leather cover with the little silver mermaid, which is pretty cute. Yes. Need to have all the pens though. I want the pens. Because like, this teal color is very similar to the teal of the And You notebook, so I don't really feel the need to get another A5 teal one. So I probably don't need the mermaid in the A5 size. And then this guy here, which is the B6 size, I got the little firefly. Isn't it precious? B6 is smaller than A5, yep. So at the moment, what we've got open here on the desk, this is an A5 size. So we'll get this guy out and kind of show you. Put these to the side. So this is an A5 size. This is a B6 size, which you can see is a fair bit smaller. It's little, kind of that much smaller that way, and like a finger, a finger smaller that way, like cut that part off and those parts. It's a very cute size. I have a couple of these now. I'm not too sure what I'm going to use them for, but they are pretty cute. So that's the B6, and then the A6 is half the size of the A5, effectively. No gilded edges on my notebooks, at least. I don't think the other ones have gilded edges, but I'm not sure. The box is so cute, eh? I love the I love it when they bring out the new designs of the boxes rather than just the classic one, because I kind of want to have a little display of all of the different boxes. The only problem is that I kind of kept some of them on my shelf, which would constantly have the curtain closed, so the light would bounce off the back of the curtain and then onto the front of the box and like totally faded it, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, so this guy is the B6, and then this guy, you can see is quite a bit smaller, is the A6 size. So the A6 one that we've got here, a Little Mermaid, she's this big. Or in terms of like half of this guy's size, like 1 and then 2, kind of a thing. I think it's technically like a little bit narrower than an A6 size, but you guys kind of get the idea. It's little. So I don't think I need to get either of these journals in their A5 size, because like we know, I'm making an A5 journal rainbow. Love my journal rainbow. But I don't need to have these particular colors in the rainbow because I already have them in other journals. So I've already got the teal kind of one with the And You journal from the And You mental wellness kind of series, and then the blue is pretty much the same blue. I think I've got a journal near here. Let's see. Pretty much the same blue as this guy, I'm pretty sure. He has a pencil erasing on him. So this is the night sky one. But like, those blues are pretty much the same blue. Like, maybe minor differences. I don't know, I think it might just be my eyes and the fact that this one has a white stripe on it. So I don't really need to have another A5 size in this color, because I've already got it in the rainbow, so. I think, like, in terms of the little journals, some people like to use them for swatch books because, you know, they're just like a handy little reference. Some people then like to use them for their long-term collections journals because, again, handy little reference. People might do, like, daily pages with them because, especially if you're new to daily pages, you might not want quite as much space to write in, so they just have a little journal to write in, so that's kind of thing. Yeah. The only color that I'm, like, totally super fine and okay with duplicating is usually black because I just get those ones mainly for the emblem. So like the little black potions, and then the little black one with the wand, and the black one with the dragon, and the black one with the stars, and the black one with the, what, the galaxy drip kind of a thing. So the black ones I'm very okay with getting duplicates of that color because they're not actually part of the rainbow. I'm really in it for the cover design on those ones, but yes. I am excited about the spring collection though. I think that the cover designs on those speak to me a fair bit more than the fall ones did because I'm not really big on animals, if I'm honest. So, the cat, I'm like, eh, and the dog, I'm like, eh, and the color of the dog notebook, I was like, eh. Like, those ones, yeah, weren't really for me. But the spring collection, I like the colors a lot more, and I like the little emblems on them a lot more, so that's something to be excited about. That is then. This is now. We had a staff meeting this evening, which was attended. We had a briefing as well that was really impromptu. Organization. Staff briefing. We can put that in too. I assume we will also have a staff briefing next Monday, so I will put it in now. Here we go. Alrighty, so things that are coming up this week. Yeah, I think that the spring is gonna just be better for me. And I like that every notebook design, because there's 6 notebook designs. What? There's the fairy, the firefly, the flower with the bee, the mushrooms, I can do this. I can remember things. I can't remember what I've said. Starting again. Okay. Fairy, bee, firefly, mermaid, mushrooms, and butterflies. There we go. So each of the journals come in like a kind of a variety of sizes. So certain journals come in more sizes than others. I'm pretty sure it's like the mermaid comes in the most sizes or something like that. Yeah, so the mermaid one comes in like A5 dotted, A5 lined, B5, B6 travelers letter size, which is like the really big one. Like this guy was the letter size jumbo notebook. Ha ha ha. It comes in the little pocket size, and it is a faux leather journal. The Mother Moon one, which is the fairy, comes in A5, which I'm gonna get. B5, B6 travelers, that kind of stuff. Like, there's a summary on both the spoilers group and in our Discord, so if you're not part of our Discord, come join our Discord, because we post Archer and all the spoilers over there and have some chats and have a good time. It was actually really fun. Yesterday, after our live, we were in the Discord for like a couple of hours just journaling and chatting, and it was pretty chill, which was nice. And I think that's going to become like a regular occurrence, so every Sunday my time or something, we're going to do a little just hang out in there. I won't necessarily be at all of them, but it's nice to hang out with some cool people, and yeah. Yeah, so the blog has the list and the covers kind of a thing, and each of the covers, along with coming in a variety of sizes, they come with a washi tape set. Like, I say they come with, there is also a released washi tape set, a released sticker roll, 2 sets of stickers, and a pencil pouch. So you can get them individually, or you can buy multiple items, and I'm pretty sure that in buying multiple items, as you add things to your cart, the more money you're spending, the bigger percentage discount you get. So it's like, spend X amount, get 5% off, spend X amount, get 10% off. spend X amount, get 15% off, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of, you know, a nice little way to make your own little bundle, choose your own adventure, but then get some savings, which is cool. It's kind of a similar thing to what they did with the Crescent Moon collection. So that's exciting too. Scrolling. Oh no, I pressed on a thing. Yeah, so it's something like, if you spend $100, you get 10% off automatically, and then if you spend $150, you get 15% off, kind of a thing. Something like that. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah, see, there we go. So you can totally get it separately, yeah. In terms of things like this, weekly actions. Did I plan my breakfasts? Not really. I've been actually really slack with my actions list this month. I haven't really been coming back to check it in. Mainly because it means I have to check in with my monthly challenge, which is not going well. Like, today is the 21st. I made the active decision to get up at 6:45. Because I've decided that 6:30, I don't actually have to get up that early. It's super not necessary. Prep lunches, didn't do that. Plan dinners, we did plan the dinners. Have I written them down? No. Did we plan the lunches? No, we did not do that. Problematic. These ones get checked off on my weekly, so that's cool. They have not, they've not said what the prices are going to be, but they have said that they're going to be in the same kind of, like, vein as to what they usually are. Like, you know, typical prices of A5, typical prices of A5, 192 pages, I guess. Typical prices of B5s, that kind of stuff. So there should not be any kind of surprises in terms of those prices, but they haven't said what they are. Yeah, see, I'm very much trying to take the approach of, and this is responding to Monica's comment about trying not to purchase things that, you know, even though you're trying to downsize on them. This was badly explained. Anywho, I'm very much trying to take the approach of, like, looking at each of the items individually rather than looking at them as a set. Because as soon as things are in a set, I'm like, oh, I love that, like, everything's coordinated. I'm like, yeah, but you don't need a sticker roll. You don't need to get yourself more washi tape. Like, yeah, I'm very much trying to look at them individually and make choices based on the individual merits of the item. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you got to join in yesterday for our little Bujo chill thing, because it was fun. Let's see, can I find this data somewhere? Because it is from my Fitbit, and I remember we were filling it in at one point last week, and then Vogel came to visit us, and we looked at his journal instead, which is fine. It's always cool to check in with other peeps and see what they're doing in their journals. Yeah, the bundles are dangerous, and I think that's the thing. Like, I put the pictures up, showing the items together, but look at the pictures individually. Do I need this part of it? Do I need this pencil pouch? Do I need this washi tape? And then when you look at the washi tapes, because they're in sets of 4, which of these washi tapes would I use? When would I use this thing? I'm trying to make us make sensible decisions regarding our purchases. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I do support Archer and Olive. I would like them to be successful in the launch of this sale, but I also am vouching for you guys. I don't want you to make purchases that you end up regretting because it wasn't something you really, like, really wanted or, like, had a genuine need for, if that makes sense. I'm rambling. I should probably go and look up my times for bedding. When did I go to bed? So if you haven't seen this tracker before, effectively the way it works is that my monthly challenge for February was to get up at the same time every day, 6:30, and go to bed at the same time every day, which was 10:30. Terrible choice. Totally haven't stuck to it, as you can see, but we're still going to record how well I've been doing on it, even though it's not so great. Let's see. Oh god, that was a terrible night's sleep. And I did realize that, like, on Saturday the 12th, I got up at, like, 9:50. I hadn't actually given myself enough space for this, but there have been no days that I've gotten to bed at, like, 8 o'clock. That's choices. Like, appropriate scaling on these kind of things was something I really should have thought out a bit more ahead of time. So, this was the 12th. 12th, 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 12th. It's hard to read the dates because they list the month first, and that's not the way my mind works. And it's also hard to see. Okay, so gone to bed on Sunday. This is a Saturday. Alrighty, Saturday for the 12th. Did I not wear my Fitbit to bed? Gosh dang it. I don't think I wore my Fitbit to bed that day. Well, that's fine, I'm safe. On this one, I went to bed on Friday at 11. Gosh, this is... I can't really show you the data that I'm trying to work from here, but it's not very user-friendly. They have done this in a very challenging to read style, which is problematic. They could have just... I don't know. I really like the idea of having nicely displayed data, like data that is displayed in a way that actually makes it easy to read and then easy to use, and this is not it. Let's see if I can find the 13th instead. Okay. This is the 14th. You know what? Nope, it's too hard. I'm not even gonna look at it. I should have just recorded it while I was doing it. We're moving on. What a mission. Let's see. Wednesday the 17th. You know what? I don't even want to fill this in. Like, I really don't. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to set pages up in your journal and then just, like, make your peace with the idea that they weren't for you. This style of meal log didn't really work for me because the intention is that I would plan my meals out, write them in light grey, then if I had them as planned, I just do a little tick beside them. It meant that I had enough space to, if I had planned a meal and ate it differently, I could just write in what I ended up eating. So like for instance, on this one I'd planned, technically this was planned, so it should be in grey, planned summer rolls for lunch, but then ended up having them for dinner instead. So didn't have the baked cheese fondue, but did have summer rolls. So cross that off, write it in darker. But anyway, I hope you can use the subscription box discount code. Yeah, I don't know what kind of stacking there will be on discount codes, but if there is, try mine. Try your one from your sub box. All of the good things. Yeah, the pages are still pretty, even if I didn't use them. Mexican Gothic has been completed. I haven't written any notes about it just because I kind of want to have our book club meeting first, just to see, like, I find that the book club meetings kind of help me collect my thoughts in a way that might be a little more coherent. So, coherent, cohesive, coherent. Yep, that's what I mean. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. This guy, I wrote my checklist for Thursday, and in classic Jess fashion, then I just stopped using my planner. I always find it hardest to use it towards the end of the week. You're most welcome. It is totally okay to not use pages that aren't working for you. So, I have made these seating plans. I have not made 8 SEs. I'm probably going to do this tomorrow. And I say 8 SE, but they are year 7s. It's technically 7 SE. I started planning week 4, but I have not quite finished. I need to do my laundry today. I don't think... Oh, I do need to do that blog post day. Blog post. And I really need to edit my footage from the vlogs, but I've been pretty slack on that too, which is also problematic. I'll put it on my list, but I won't put the dot on Monday, because I don't think it's going to happen. Vlog editing. Because the blog posts do take me a hot minute to do. The blog said that you could stack other could use other codes, but they won't stack. Yeah, so if, like, for instance, you're spending under a certain amount, like, let's say you're spending under $100, but you still want to use a 10% discount, then you can use a different discount code. If you're spending under $150, but you still have a 15% off code of some description, then you could use that kind of a thing. Cool. I haven't written my habits in, so let's go do that. Okay. So, habits are AM brush, AM pill, multivitamin, Moguls got a squeaky drink bottle, face care and skincare, which I feel like I need to find better words to differentiate those because I constantly get myself confused. Face care, skincare. I technically have lunch from home on here, but I already know that this week I'm not going to, so I'm not too sure if I really want to track it because I know that it's just going to be a bunch of dots to say I didn't do the thing. Daily log, though, we will put in. Filling my trackers, because yes, I have to track actually using my tracker. This is in particular quite helpful for trackers where to say that I haven't done something, I just leave like a blank. At the moment I'm using X's and dots, so a dot means I haven't done it and an X means I have. Do I have a video or playlist on that type of weekly to-do list? This one? Or this one? Assume you mean this one, maybe? Sorry, Tammy, that you didn't get the notification. This one I do have a video on. This one. Not so much like specifically the Alistair method, because I would like to do a video on that. But I have a video from September, which was like, it was called Trying Something New or something like that. And I have a video talking about how this works, because that's kind of when I started using it more actively. Yeah, the one with the quote. This one, yeah, I do have a video on. I can try and find what it's called. Weekly. The problem is if I search weekly in my in my video titles, there's a lot of things that come up. There we go. It's called Weekly, yeah, Bullet Journal Weekly Spreads, Making Changes to Something Something Something. That looks about right. Yeah, we were wondering where Tammy was. Ghost hunters. There we go. There we go. I can't remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, filling out my habit list. Reading, which technically I also know I'm not going to do because the thing I'm reading right now has been the, like, book of the month, and I finished it. So I might leave that off as well because I just know it's just going to be dotted. And that would just be sad, which is great because I intentionally left all of these spaces here so that I could have those things. PM pill. Exercise. PM brush. Maybe we'll just do like night skincare or something after we do floss. So flossing is good. PM face care. And last drink, not Coke Zero. Yeah. Then we need one more habit. I'm just gonna write not slack in the evening. If I can fit it. Not slack at, then a little moon. There we go. That makes sense. Mainly because, like, not to say that taking time for yourself is slack, but it's more like I couldn't really afford the time I took for some points of last week. I really had things that I needed to get done and then didn't get them done because I was just not feeling it. And it happens, but still. Alrighty, things that I did. AM brush, Yes. AM pill? Yes. Multivitamin? Yes. Face care? Half. Skincare? Not yet. Daily log? Yes. Filling the trackers? Half happened, because I've half done it now. PM pill happens with dinner. Exercise? Not quite, but we will get there. I also just take meeting my step count for the day to be exercise, because heck, it means I moved around enough. PM brush? Nope. Floss? Nope. Because all of those things happen later. Alright. See, now, as I'm remembering, the reason that I did need, in theory, to fill out my meal log is because I used the data from this to fill out my fast food tracker. But I still don't want to, so I'm not going to. But we are going to jump into the other journal in a second. I just need to write my events down for today. So like we said before, we had briefing, and we had staff meeting. Both of which were super riveting, totally recommend. Not a giant waste of my time. There we go. Yay! Deciding to give habit trackers one more go. Yeah, I think I found that having the habit tracker on the weekly has been really helpful. Like, I think it's just the fact that it's like front and center for the majority of the week, because typically what I find, like in my old journals, if I had a monthly habit tracker, I would fall off about halfway through the month. Like, let's go find an old journal, just to, let's have a little snoop. Alright. Let's see, do you count? Okay. Totally counts. So, this is the journal we had last year, yeah? And so last year, I mainly did my habit trackers monthly. I say mainly, I'm pretty sure I did them monthly for the whole month. Whole half of a year. So flipping forward, so we got to July, and you can see I kind of like started filling this one in with the red pen, but like all of this is empty, and it's not because I didn't do it, it's because I didn't fill it in, yeah? Same idea with my mood tracker. Like, I find that any monthly tracker that I have, it's pretty much around the time that I set up for the next month, and I start to be very much like, ooh, I want to just like go and use that one rather than filling this one in. So that was July. And then August had like a similar thing. I just stopped filling them in because you can see here, this is when I realized I need to have some kind of a symbol to mark off that I didn't do something, because on the first one, white means not done, not filled in. On this one, a dot means not done, whereas a blank means not filled in. So, it makes it a little easier that way. September, same idea. I was using black to say that it was just not done, rather than white, which is not filled in. And then same idea with November, like very consistent, and actually just sad how consistent I am in not filling these in. October I think I did really well on from memory. I really liked my October setup. That's November. Did we even look at October? That was, funnily enough, before November. So this one I did a really good job of filling in. It was also probably helped that I only tracked 6 habits this month. I super love this theme. This theme was so much fun. But this one, yeah, I actually managed to fill this one in, which is not common for me. The important announcements, like the video and hashtag free leaf. And then by the time it got to December, I was so busy, I just did not do any of this. I started putting crosses through the ones that I hadn't done, just so that in theory I could go back and fill it in, but obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, so I have been finding that I'm a bit better at filling it in if it's on my weekly. The thing is that I tend to stop using my journal come Thursday. So I'm very good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday I slip. Friday I barely touch it. Saturday I usually am just like content making mode. And then Sunday is when I do my like weekly reset, so I'll start using it again. It has been a little bit better since we've been doing the month of planning with me series, but yeah, not as good as it could be. So very much a tendency to drop off at either midweek or mid-month. Because what? Let's see. This one I filled in, but this is a really simple layout, which is kind of nice. Sometimes you just need to make things simple to actually get stuff done. This guy filled out pretty good, but then we hit that Friday mark and I stopped using my journal. Yep. Wordle tracker. This guy is similar. Hit Thursday, stop using my tracker. But I still have found it better being here. Let's see if we flip back to January and do a little comparison. So for January's filled out the first week because it's a new journal, so you're still like living that high train of like, oh, I'm gonna do all the things, I'm gonna track all the stuff, and then little extra page. This one completely filled in, again still riding the high. This one very simple layout but filled in the tracker, good job. This one filled in the tracker, didn't fill in the days or the to-do list. So again, you can see Thursday, just stopped using it. I was away for a weekend. I was away for the weekend. I was away for the weekend because I went to a wedding this week. Yes. There we go. Oh, a boycott. What are you boycotting? Riot if Leaf isn't freed. Oh my gosh. You guys are getting serious. We're gonna have people camping outside my house, like screaming his name. This Ketchup is probably off. Like, well, it says, it has some dates on it. I don't know what they mean, but they are present. Considering that says 12, I assume it's a time. So then 13th of the 10th, 21. Does Ketchup even go off? Like, really? You went to a wedding this weekend? Oh, awesome. I hope it was nice. I hope the married couple had a very enjoyable time celebrating with y'all. There we go. Leaf. So. Wait, are you talking about quickies? What are you talking about? I'm terrible at keeping up with the chat. Getting better, but... Oh, you were a bridesmaid. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't have any Google eyes. I'm like kind of a crafter, eh? So we will jump on over into my yearly collections journal. I'm just fixing the little string on this because it's the wrong way around. There we go. So we can tuck you over there, my friend. We can tuck you over there. We can bring out this cheeky boy. Migraine meds, rizatriptan, I don't know where the emphasis is. I don't know if it's like rizatriptan or Riza. There we go. Put those to the side. Put those to the side. There we go. 101 things. Do we have anything to fill in here? Yes. Okay. So, movies watched. We watched Death on the Nile. On the Nile. Perfect. We're gonna need some colors. Expired ketchup, it's like super dark red and it tastes weird. Alright, well I wasn't intending on eating Leaf anyways, but... Is there a similar time you fill out your trackers? Yeah, like it probably would be a sensible idea to have a system where I used a consistent time. Typically, I just fill them in whenever I kind of jump into my journal. I usually try to jump in towards the start of the day before school and then at the end of the day, like at my desk here. But, yeah. It's very dark and tastes like pure vinegar. Blech. Alrighty, yep, certainly not eating an expired leaf. 123watchmovies.co. What's this? What is this? Death on the Nile. I should have done numbers here. I really should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I haven't filled this in a little while then, because I should have up to, like, I should have already had 7, because we didn't write that one down right now. Now we're up to 8. Crazy. Documentaries. 3, 6. Yep, that looks right. 3. We started watching Snowpiercer Season 2. Yeah. We're almost finished it, actually. SO2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means we're on to the light pink for those ones as well. TV shows. 6. I don't think we've watched any extra documentaries. I haven't played any new games. I have finished Mexican Gothic. Huzzah. Alrighty, Mexican Gothic. You're still working on your 22s page. Are you doing 22 22s or just 22 things? And if so, do you need ideas? And if so, what do you have already? I know that was a lot of questions at once. Mexican Gothic. Ah, yes. That's 2 books that we've read. Meat-free dinners is proving to be challenging because I feel like it has to be intentionally meat-free. It can't just be like, I had toast. What was I just talking about? Books read. Oh, that is not the right color. We should probably put the right color on. Aw, I'm sorry you're not feeling great, Deb. I haven't been able to see what's actually up, but I hope you feel better soon. That's lame. There we go. We haven't tried any new restaurants. I don't think I've tried any new foods. Making a tracker pages by categories about 3 each. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys already know what my 22 22s are, but just in case you haven't been here before, we have movies watched, so like 22 movies watched. We have 22 documentaries watched. So I'm treating that either like a one-off documentary or like a little documentary series or a season of a longer documentary series. TV shows watched. By this I mean TV show seasons. So like season 2 of Snowpiercer versus season 1 of Snowpiercer. Games played, doesn't have to be to completion, just like playing the game. I lost the game. Books read, pretty self-explanatory. Cricket projects, which I haven't set up my cricket yet, so it hasn't happened, but I wanted to. New foods tried, so that's either like a recipe that I've made, or if I eat something I haven't had before at a restaurant. So it can't be like getting fish and chips at a new restaurant, because like sure I haven't had their fish and chips, but I'm like I've had fish and chips, so that doesn't count. Meat-free dinners, and by that I mean intentionally meat-free dinners, not just like, as I said, toast kind of a thing. Days with no food out, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Not buying anything from a restaurant or like fast food. 2-liter water days, having 2 liters water. 10,000 step days, doing 10,000 steps. Kilos lost kilos. Restaurants tried, so in particular new restaurants tried. So going to a new new eatery of some description. So that counts cafes and things like that too. Date nights or date days, social outings, so things where either it's like a social event where like people come to my house, or I go out somewhere else. but this can't be just with Jason and Rachel. Like, that's cheating. I mean, I could technically count that as like group date nights, like double date nights kind of thing. And also Bujo Wednesdays don't count for this because that's like just a standing hangout. Work-free days, so days that I don't do any work for school or for like JashiiCorrin kind of work. Blog posts, which I can check off that I have done another one. There we go. The week that was vlogs. So vlogs that aren't just a recap of the week. $100 saved. Long-term collections or just for fun Bujo pages, which I feel like I have another one of these because I did a tracker for my book for February, so that counts. There we go. Hair masks and face masks, like the pampering style, not like, I don't know, breath cover things. Yeah, so kind of things. Around how many pages do I use for a month? That is a great question. So this year I am trying something a little different in that I am also my Wordle tracker. I need to put my Wordle tracker in. I'm gonna try using more than just 2 journals for the year. So rather than having like 6 months in one and 6 months in the other, I was thinking about either doing 3 per year or 4 per year, depending on how many pages I could actually fit in there. Drink break. So if we go and have a look, just taking pause from this journal for a second, and do a little comparison. So in terms of last year's journal, start of journal pages, we're not going to count this page just because it's hard to count. We're going to count in spreads, it might be easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alrighty, so there was 9 spreads for the start of journal setup in this journal. In my new journal, my start of journal ones had the page that doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so there was only 5 in this one because some of those year-long collections, they go into my yearly collections book that we were working in before. Okay, so far, even though this journal is supposed to only last me 3 months or 4 months, compared to the other one, which was supposed to last me 6 months and did, this guy has less start of journal pages. But then we get into the teaching related spreads. So for this guy here, last year's journal, teaching related spreads, we had messy page that doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, so there's just 4 spreads related to teaching stuff. In my new journal, I know we're jumping a lot, but in my new journal, for my teaching spreads, we have 1. This is a little Dutch door, but 1. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, because after this we get into January. So 14 spreads for teaching stuff for 1 term versus, what was it, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, 4 for 2 terms. And this is where the differences kind of start to come through. Like, although we had more yearly, like, start of journal collections in here, in this one, we have way more teaching related pages in the new one. Like, way more. So then we go into the actual months. And something that I'm trying to do in this journal, rather than, like, almost like not restricting myself effectively. I want to do more pages that are just for fun, like trackers that I don't necessarily need, but I want to have and stuff like that. Whereas in this one, I was very much like, stick to the status quo. You can only have the things you're really gonna use. So, having a look at July. So in a typical month, I will have a quote page and a cover page. So one spread. I will have a double page or one spread monthly. So that's 2. I will have a monthly habit tracker and some kind of other tracker. In this case, it was a mood tracker. So that's 3 spreads. I will have a social media schedule, which I no longer put in these journals because I have a separate journal for it, and something else. This one's a time log, so that's 4 spreads. And then we're into the weeklies. So weekly 1, weekly 2, weekly 3, weekly 4, weekly 5, and then this was like another teaching page, so really only weekly 5. So that would be 9 spreads per month, effectively. So that was 9 for this one. Let's have a look at this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty, so 8 for that one. These were moving related spreads, so they don't really count. 1 for September. So September was funny because I set up a whole bunch of weeklies and then I decided I wanted something else. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 technically, because this used to be its own page. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14 because I did a for fun page, right? So September was a little bit different. September was a bit outside of the normal, so I did a lot more for September. Back to October, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as a fun one, alrighty? So we're usually averaging about 8 or 9 per month, roughly, okay? So that was last year's, 8 or 9. We jump into this year, okay? So this year, I've tried not to restrict myself as much. I'm using some Dutch doors and things like that. I'll chuck in some extra, like, novel tracks and things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so that was 12 for January. So you can see there's like a few more there, but this year we have also removed the habit tracker, so that's not there. I'm not doing the social media spread, so that's not there. So that's like one full spread, because I'd take up a page each. That's just not in the monthly, but we've still used 12 spreads for this month, and by this month I mean January. If we go to February, where I changed up the style of my meal log, so it's on Dutch doors. This one, in theory, should be a few more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 for February. So in this one we had that meal tracker that had like it was like expanded, took up more pages. We also had the Wordle tracker, which was expanded and had more pages, and each of our weeklies, apart from the first one, was on Dutch doors. So I'm going through pages a lot faster in this journal. But that's okay, because I'm planning only for using it for probably, I don't know if I'm gonna fit April in here. For March we have 5 weeks, so at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then, like, we can assume that I'll chuck in another collection for the book tracker, so that'll be 6. We can assume that I'm gonna want to use like at least 2 Dutch doors, so like 7, 8. And then I'll only have this much left. I don't know if that's really enough for a full month. I will still use it, but it's just not quite enough for a full month. Yeah, so we'll see. Anywho, jumping back into our yearly collections journal. Yeah. There we go. Ooh, who's got a sale? I want a sale. Yeah, Black Friday last year was great. That was a big deal. Yeah, and at the moment they've still got the what's it called, the 20.22 sale on as well, and that should still be on when the spring release happens. All of my journals are A5, so I've been using an A5 for all of my journals. I am hoping this year, with having more journals to use, that I can try out some different sizes though. So I think it'd be really fun to, for my next one, either use a B5 or a B6. I haven't really decided yet. I just think it would be an enjoyable challenge. Which one do you guys think I should use? Should I use a B5 or a B6? B5 is bigger than an A5. B6 is smaller than an A5. Now, social outings. We had Chris's 30th. We didn't have Krista's. We haven't done that. We haven't done that. We haven't done that. See, no food out. And actually tracking that because there we go. Well, we've got a couple votes for B5. I mean, if you want though, I could technically use an A6. That little mini one. B5, you opened your plant-based bride collab. Oh, okay, excellent. Alrighty, okay. So, in the assumption that I'm going to use a B5, we're putting you aside. Sorry, weight tracker. We have more important things to think about than my not so weight loss. Alright, we're going to go grab some things. So, ouch, cripple. If we're going with the assumption that we're going to go with a B5, okay? So if we're doing B5, do I use the plant-based bride one, which is that vegan, quote, vegan leather. I just call it faux leather. I think that's fine. Faux leather with a little olive branch. Do we use this guy here? Ugh. The linen cover Clever Fox, or do we use another faux leather one? This one, the faux leather white ampersand. This is the one that you get from being part of the design team. Yeah. So we've got our Clever Fox, we have our olive branch, and we have our white ampersand. So those are our choices. I don't know, there's a lot of choice. A lot of choice here. Because I do like the little fox. I think the fox is pretty cute. He looks pretty sneaky, pretty clever. I do like this green. The green is very pretty. But then the white one feels special because, you know, it's like, could use it while I'm part of the design team. Yeah, the faux leather one scuffs super fast. Yeah, I assume that the white one probably would scuff super fast. I think, do I even have a scuff mark on it already? Probably. A blemish. That's probably user error more than anything else, but that's okay. So those would be our choices. I think if I was going to lean towards one, I'd probably be leaning towards the green, just because I do like the little olive, and it'd be kind of like, you know, this was like a bluish green, and then that would be like a greeny green. Then I'm like, choices. I don't know. We have time to decide though, because again, that journal over there is going to last at least another month. Now we need to put put some of these cheeky boys back into their boxes. You've been using the whites in September and it's still good? Oh, well, that's good. There we go. We try and... My B5 ones I typically keep in their boxes, except for the plant-based bride one. Just because they're not part of the Journal Rainbow. The Journal Rainbow is for A5s only. It's a very exclusive club. Yeah, when I start playing with the space, I may initially hate it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting trying to like resize all of my my layouts to fit it, which is a little bit different. Yeah. You could totally, yeah, if you get the Messy and Bright, it does come with an A5 journal. It's got a different style of cover to any of their other journals. It's the kind of cover that you can like draw on effectively. It's like a kind of cardboardish kind of cover. So keep that in mind. But get back in the box, my friend. Back in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? There we go. Beautiful. Yeah. So my collections journal is in an A5, and every journal that I've used for my journaling thus far has been an A5. So this would be an interesting little experiment, me thinkings. But that is not today's problem. Today's problem is remembering which days I got food out versus which days I actually ate food from home. We need to go grab that. Oof. Back on a shelf. This could just be the year of different size journals, like trying out new things. Switch from a B5 like to a B5 and it was like spreading out on a king size bed. Yeah. Did I do a quote? Most of the time I don't pay attention to what I'm saying. This is the wrong journal. Trying to figure out my monthly challenge for next month. I still haven't decided on what that's going to be. Oh, yep, there we go. It was totally from that. Because again, there's a delay on you guys seeing what I'm saying, so I get confused. Yeah, no, it was totally from 7. Anyways, now, yesterday was the 20th. We did not have food out. Can't say that the food we ate at home was healthy, but we didn't buy food from the shop. There we go. Today, though, I got food out. It wasn't fast food, but I got food out. There we go. Have I actually filled in under here? Oh, I was worried for nothing. See, past Jess has done us a favour. There's a little smudge on there, though. There we go. That's not too bad. So this is looking pretty good. Rachel hasn't decided on our book for the next month, but there is a poll. How's that poll going? If you weren't aware, we do a book club, and in our book club, we pick a different genre for each month using a random spinner wheel thing, and then so far it's been that we put up a poll of different options for that genre over on Facebook, in our Facebook community page, which is linked below, as per everything else that you can find me on. And through that, we decide on what our book club book will be. So I'm excited. Obol. Rachel likes Obol quite a lot. I have tried it. I haven't found a combination that works well for me yet. But I'm trying. I have tried it before. Typically when I go to the mall, I'll get the summer rolls from Mint instead. The little like middle of the food court Vietnamese place, because I like their little hand roll, little spring roll, hand roll things. Yeah. Which book is winning? That is what I'm gonna go check because I'm feeling curious. Let's see. The wrong one's winning and now I'm sad. I know, I'm incredibly biased. Let's see. Oh, lots of non-A&O journals. Your stamps bleed. I'm sorry about your stamps. No, Tammy, that's the wrong option. We don't want that one. I mean, again, I'm just incredibly biased. You hadn't voted. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you vote for the right one. Because the books that we have on our possibilities for our book club book next month are It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, A Deal with the Elf King by Elise Cover, The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston? McQuiston? Yeah. I don't want to tell you what I'm hoping for because I don't want to like sway your opinions. Just in case you missed it, the poll is over in the Facebook community page, like the JashiiCorrin Facebook community page, which is linked in the description box below underneath the section that says "Want to find me and the team elsewhere," and I think it's called the Facebook community group there. But yeah. But I want the Elf King one because I liked the look of the front cover. Like, that's the only reason. Like, I haven't read the hypothesis, fuck me. What's the thing on the back? I haven't read the blurb or synopsis or anything like that on any of the books, but I'm just like, I want to read the one about the Elf King. Like, for no reason. I'm sure that Colleen Hoover is a fabulous writer, but she doesn't have any elves in her book, so I'm like, boo hiss. Let's see. But if that one wins, you can't tell Rachel that I sent you. Because she'll be angry at me. All good. Okay, so reading challenge, yet to be determined. Fast food tracker filled in. Weight tracker. Where are we? That is the 20th. So we can put a little dot to say progress is being made. Slow progress is still progress. And we're going to get our little ruler out and actually put the lines in because get out of here with your bad comments. You are not spamming my chat today. There we go. Better. Love hypothesis one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's... Again, I haven't read the synopsis of any of the books, but I am just biased and I like the idea of elves. Well, you know which one Rachel wants to win? I hope it's the Elf King. Otherwise, there's no point. If it's not the Elf King, then I don't think I can talk to her anymore. Let's see. I'm gonna put in our little lines and we're going to try and rule with this pen that I broke. I broke this pen while I was doing my setup for March. So it's a little bit busted now, but it'll be just fine. Yeah, I find that when I want to rule lines, I like to move my book so that I can rule vertically. It's not necessarily the greatest for filming, but you guys are all good. You don't mind, right? You think it's okay. What, the love hypothesis solely based on the title? Nope, that is totally fine, because that's how I vote on things. Like, I think the main reason that I've been putting polls up, because we take it in turns to, say what the options on the polls are. So Rachel set up a poll the first time because she just had too many options. I set up a poll the second time only because I didn't want to be responsible for the book. I know so many people were saying like, ooh, horror, I don't want to read a horror book, but I'm like, try something different, get over it. But I enjoyed Mexican Gothic. I didn't think it was that bad. Anywho, no, don't tell Rachel that I'm being a snake. Why would you do that? I like elves. Elves are great. Is the swaying of the votes actually working, or is it just like still just, you know, Elf King coming in second? Sad times. Elf King romance. I really want it to be one of those really obligatory, obvious ones where it's like, you must come work for me, but I hate you, but you have to save your family. Okay, I'm doing it. And then inevitably something happens to make them seem like a much more likable character, and then everybody falls in love and it's great. Anywho, we're going the wrong way. Weight tracker done. We have finished the 2222s and 2022 in the sense that we have finished filling it in. We have not in any way, shape, or form actually finished doing the stuff. 101 things. I don't think I've done anything extra on here. I still need to brainstorm some ideas for it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good place to be at now. Still need to figure out a challenge. No! I'm sorry that you get grossed out by the book. I thought it was a very interesting story. I kind of liked the semi-scientific element that kind of got revealed towards the end. I just thought it was cool. But I think that's where we're gonna leave it today, team. So we filled out as many of my trackers as I cared to in my regular journal. We filled out as many of my trackers as I could, ? In my yearly collections journal. And now I'm gonna go get a Coke and write a blog post. Or at least try to, because blog post and writing just takes me such a long time. Boff. I am going to endeavor to schedule tomorrow's live at a more reasonable time. And by that I mean I'm going to, like, once I get off this live, I will actually go and schedule it for tomorrow. Apologies that the scheduling of this one came in so late. But yeah, I'm a Skadoodle. If you haven't joined our Discord, you should totally join our Discord. If you liked hanging out with us tonight, whether on the replay or in the live, give us a like, but only if you like it, because, you know, you're your own person and you can do what you want and stuff like that. I will see the funky bunch of you guys next time. I need a drink. I'm so thirsty. Goodbye, gorgeous humans. I will talk to you later. Poink. Poink, poink, poink.